So earlier I did a quick reaction to the teaser of season 6 of Cobra Kai. And I did this at my work because this just came out of nowhere. It makes me wonder what's going to happen on May 15th because I thought that they were going to give us an announcement then, but they gave us a bombshell of an announcement. And so go check that video out if you haven't done so yet. But I wanted to go through the video again and just kind of dissect it just a little bit and give you my thoughts as to what's happened in each scene. And then I'm going to also go through some pictures that were released for season 6 of Cobra Kai as well. So let's get into it. So right away you got the Miyagi-Do karate sign. And then you have Sam and Tori training together, which was very interesting. And then you have
Daniel and Amanda
coming out, observing the training that's being handled at Miyagi-Do. And then you have Dimitri and Robbie and Eli, or Hawk, because you can see him back into his mohawk, and Miguel all training together. And then you have here, it says the end of a legacy. And it goes right to the flashback between Johnny and Danielle at the All Valley final in Karate Kid movie. So it starts from there and it ends with them together. Now, I have a theory about this. I think that this is one of the very last scenes in Cobra Kai. And I think that they are going to just have a mutual understanding with each other. They finally put aside their bitterness toward each other, and they've already done that, but they are really good friends when this show ends. So it says the end of a legacy deserves a grand finale, and this is definitely going to be a grand finale. Then you have Tori and Sam once again doing a friendly spar. This looks like the same scene as at the beginning. So obviously Sam and Tori have put aside their rivalries the way Daniel and Johnny have. And then you have Johnny and Chosen getting ready to spar against each other, with Daniel being the referee. Now I really am looking forward to seeing this because this is probably going to be the first time that they spar with one another, because you've had Johnny and Daniel fight each other. You've had Daniel and Chosen fight with one another. Now you get Johnny and Chosen doing a sparring match. This is going to be great. So how cool is this going to be? And then it says a 3-part event. And then notice here you got Dimitri and Hawk and Miguel with Kyler as part of the group as well. And so that is interesting because Kyler in season 1 was bullying Miguel, Eli, and Dimitri. Now they all stood up to Kyler as the seasons progressed, and so now they are all getting along with each other. So how cool is that? And they all going yes, and they're enjoying something. Then you have what is 15 episodes. Now the previous 5 seasons only had 10 episodes each season. So they are expanding this final season by 5 episodes. So how cool is that? Then you have Kenny. Looks like he's getting ready to go up against Miguel. And they're at a batting cage. And so something happened here. You got a couple of guys here on the ground, and I believe when I share with you the pictures, you'll see who they are. But you have Kenny trying to attack Miguel, but Miguel's having none of that. And then you see Miguel getting ready to deflect a pitching machine ball. No problem there. And then we get part 1. Part 1 is going to be released July 18th. And so this is May at the time of this recording. So that's only a couple of months away from part 1 of season 6. How cool is that? Then you have this same scene where you had Dimitri, Hawk, Kyler, and Miguel. So apparently there's some sort of brawl going on. I don't know if it's against some of the students of Cobra Kai, but it looks like that they're defending themselves. You got Miguel here and you got Hawk here. So it makes you wonder, who are they fighting? And then you have part 2, which is in November 28th. So you got part 1 in July, part 2 in November. And you have Chosen here. And look what he's doing here. He's splitting a 4x4 piece, and look at the expression of Daniel's face. And that is a callback to this scene in The Karate Kid 2 when Miyagi split a 4x4 piece to help save Sato in that devastating storm on Okinawa. So I thought that was a nice callback. And then the finale event in 2025. No specific day, but I do have a theory about when that's going to happen. And then you have Kim Da-eun being surprised by the appearance of John Kreese. And then you have all the students together, which I believe is the same scene as this scene that we saw at the beginning of the teaser. And so there's some concern on the students as to what's going on. And then it closes with Cobra Kai Season 6. So that's what's happening in that teaser that we got. So a lot of information there. Now I want to share with you some photos that were also released for Cobra Kai Season 6. Now here you have all the students, and this appears to be the same scene that was in the teaser. In the front you've got Anthony, Sam, Miguel, Robbie, Tori, and then behind them you have Hawk, you got Bert, Nate, members of Miyagi-Do. The next scene you have Eli, Miguel, Robbie, and Dimitri, and that again was the same scene in the teaser that we saw. Then we have Chosen here with Daniel and Amanda, and Chosen is in a robe. Now I have a theory about this image here. I believe that this is going to be one of the first episodes of Season 6 that's going to come out in July. I believe Chosen is still recovering from his injury from Terry Silver when they got into that massive duel and he got cut with that sword that Terry had. So I believe this is going to be one of the episodes that's going to be one of the first out there. That's just a theory of mine. But he's reading something from the newspaper, and it has the concern of Daniel and Amanda, so who knows what is going to happen. Then you have Johnny and Carmen together, and Johnny is giving Carmen a onesie, and it says Eagle Fang Karate, and it appears that they're getting ready for a baby shower because behind them you got Carmen's mom, Yeah, and then you have Johnny's son, Robbie. So they're celebrating the arrival of Johnny and Carmen's child. And then you have Kim Da-eun and Kreese, and if you notice here, it looks like they're in a different country, and they are training their students of Cobra Kai. And I believe this is part of the training that's going to be happening for the Saikai Taikai tournament is going to happen in Season 6. And then you have the picture here where we have the scene with Kenny and Miguel. They were fighting against each other, and the two guys that were on the ground were Kenny's older brother Sean, who was in juvenile delinquent prison with Robbie in Season 4. And so you got Robbie and Miguel fighting Sean and Kenny. And so something happened there. That's going to be interesting to see what happens. And then, of course, you got Johnny and Chosen with Daniel being the referee with a sparring match. Now, I'm looking forward to this, like I said earlier in the video breakdown. I'm looking forward to seeing Johnny and Chosen sparring with one another. And it's going to be all in good fun. And then finally you have Devin, Sam, and Tori. So obviously Devin joins Miyagi-Do along with Tori. and they're all working together. So this is some good images that were published today, along with the announcement of that trailer. So those were some of the images that I wanted to share with you. So looking at these images, what do you think is is happening in these? When you look at the video that was put out in the teaser, let me know in the comments. Now, I've got mixed feelings about how they're going to release season 6. Now, as you saw, we had it broke down in 3 parts. Part 1 is going to be released in July, and then part 2 is going to be released in November. So from July to November, that's basically 4 months away. And then part 3, they don't have a set day. It just says 2025. Now, if you've looked at some of the news, because the Karate Kid with Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan were supposed to be released at the end of 2024, but that got delayed. It says, as for the Karate Kid, Sony Pictures revealed in 2023 the news of a new entry in the beloved franchise that will see Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio return their roles of Mr. Han from the 2010 Karate Kid and Daniel LaRusso from the original film. Back then, Sony said it was kicking off a global casting search to find the new Karate Kid for the film. So the new Karate Kid film will now air after the 6th and final season of Cobra Kai, which currently has a release window of 2024. So basically, the Karate Kid movie with Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan is going to be released, I believe, in May of 2025. So if we're doing the math of the series parts with part 1 and part 2, from July to November, that's 4 months. So 4 months after November is March. And so I really believe that the final part of season 6 is going to be in March, so that it can get us ready for the film that's going to be released in May of 2025. So those are my thoughts as to what's going to happen. Like I said earlier, I got mixed feelings about this as far as it being released that far apart. I get it, they want to it, but I think 4 months is just a little bit too far apart. I think if you have it 2 or 3 months in between, that would serve the consumers better, in my opinion. But I get it too. I think they want to spread this out so they can draw the story out, because they did say that they wanted this season to be the biggest and the baddest finale ever. And so, knowing the creators of Cobra Kai, I have the utmost confidence that they will give us a epic finale of Cobra Kai. So let me know, do you like the breakdown of these parts? What's going to happen next? Are we going to get a trailer for the first part of Cobra Kai? If they do, I'm going to be talking about it. So thanks for watching this video. Please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Wherever you may be, this is Blazerhawk Darren reminding you that no matter how high you may soar, always stay grounded.